A very good evening to dear students. This is Muhammad Shakir Rahimi, lecturer of investment and portfolio management. This is the very first session to try to discussing about the different topics. What is investment? What do you mean by investment and portfolio management? And what is holding period yield? And then holding period returns, single investment and portfolio investment. Before going to ahead to discuss what is the investment portfolio and to know how to analyze the different investment perspectives. First, what is investment? Simple terms that when we are defining investment, investment is the allocation of money for the future benefits. That when we are going to invest money for the rising of funds, that we are rising funds and we are going to invest for the purpose of profit, to enhance, to increase my amount of the resources, the amount of money that I have in the road with myself. So what is that the purpose of investment? If we see the first definition says that investment is the allocation of allocate money with expected or positive benefits returns in the futures. Or the second definition says is the current commitment of dollars. Suppose you are investing in dollar for a period of time in order to drive future payments that will be compensated for the investor for the time funded committed, the expected rate of inflation and the uncertainty of the future payments. So when we are investing money for the three perspectives we should know about it. That's one of them is time bounding, second one is rate of inflation, that we rate of inflation is the rate of return that we are going to receive, and the second one is uncertainty. When we are saying the investment, that higher the risk, higher the profit, and less the risk, less the profit will be having. So when we say that here the uncertainty of future payments, so it means that we are expecting certain losses for our company. So that is why for our payment, the money that we have. So that is why we say that uncertainty, when uncertainty is higher, so my profit will be higher. When my uncertainty is less, my profit will be less. So the rate of inflation is from the rate of the market will decide the return, that is based on the inflation, that how much return should I have. And the second one is time. Obviously that we cannot get the returns within second, within minutes, that we need time. So based on the time period, so your profit will be generated automatically. So now what is investment in portfolio management? So investment in portfolio management is nothing, it is the analysis of your various investment that you have. That suppose you have n number of investments, so how to analyze that, which is good, which is bad, and how to analyze your investment. So portfolio, it says it is combination of different investment. So that's why we are calling investment in portfolio management. If you see, portfolio management is the art or science of selecting and overseeing the group of investment that meet long-term financial objectives. So what is your long-term financial objective for your organization that you own, that you are investing money? Or investment portfolio management is refers the analysis of various investment opportunities, selection and formation of the most suitable investment blind to the fulfill the objective. So that is what for investment in portfolio management that we have. So for the measurement of return on risk, so one of the important elements is to measure the return. That is one thing that we have to evaluate our investment. There are different number of investments over there for the different purpose, so we will analyze different things. So there are two methods for the investment purpose. One is HPR and HPY. HPR is nothing, it is the holding period return, that which give you the rate of return that you have. Suppose I am investing 100 rupees, I am receiving 110. So my rate of return or the holding period return, which is HPR, that is what 1.10, which is we'll try to learn here. And then the second one is holding period yield. That is nothing but it is the percentage of rate that we derive from the annual basis, that for the a year particular that I need to calculate that what is annual, that percentage that I have from that return. So that we have formula for this. So it's simple. We have formula for the HPR. That is what HPR is equal to. If I want to use a marker, let me you'll use that. What is the formula for this purpose, and what is formula for the holding period yield? So for the holding period return, we have formula that says that ending value of investment HPR is equal to, so I am writing here with the red color, so I says that HPR is equal to, if I am not, if I let me writing text, if I have, let me erase it, right. So I'll have a pen, I want to have pen, so we at simple I am writing that HPR, sorry, it is P and then HPR. So it's C, HPR is equal to what? So it is ending value divided by the investment that I have. So if you see there in this portions that how to calculate this HPR. So it is nothing that in the calculation, see here, so we have this is HPR formula that I have. So in the HPR it says the whole ending value of investment. So what is my the ending value that you will receive after certain periods, and what is my beginning value of that investment? See here one example is given. There in contracts 3 different example is given. So what is the purpose of these different examples that I have given here? So the purpose is nothing but it is to know whether these things which I have here that have 3 examples, it is having 3 categories. First example, when my amount is increasing, so it means that I have profit. So when my amount is increasing, I have profit. So what happened to this situations if I have it in my organizations, right? So in the calculation of this, we need to move ahead according to this sessions that I have. And then if you see to keep these record of, now if you see this example that it says that if we commit to 100 on investment at the beginning of the year and you will get 220 at the end of the year, what is the rate of return? So to calculate HPR, so it's simple, I say that HPR is equal to what? That ending value of investment, see here. So my ending value of investment is how much? 220. So writing 220 divided by what? So it is a division point, right? Divided by beginning value of investment. So here we have beginning value of investment. So my beginning value of investment is how much? 200. See in the example which is given, an investment, that is what beginning of the amount. So this, when you are going to calculate this, so to calculate that HPR, so 220 divided by 200, that will become what? 1 point, which is equal to 1.10. So it's simple, 1.10. So my HPR is 1.10. Here, if you are converting this rate, that we discussed that HPY is nothing but it is the rate of return based on the year, annual rate, percentage rate, right? So the annual return that I am getting. So what is the formula here? If we see that HPY is equal to HPR minus 1. So if you go into here, in this example, what is my HPR? 1.1. So you are writing here 1.10 minus 1. So my HPY is equal to this much. So my HPY will be equal to how much? So if you 1 minus 1, 0.10. So if you are converting into multiply by 100, that is what? 10%. So my annual return which I have, that is only 10%. That is how to calculate HPR and HPY that we have. See the second example I have which is there. In the second example, it is clearly given to you that my amount, when in this case we had a profit, right? So if it decreasing, so how to calculate this HPI or HPR, right? So in example, an investment of 500, what 400 after being held to calculate HPR and HPI. So the simple formula that we have here, so my ending value which is there, my ending value which was here, so to calculate HPR, so it simple says that ending value is how much? 400 divided by beginning value, investment value is how much? 500. So if you are dividing 400 by divide by 500, so how much it will be equal? Right? So it will be equal to 0.08. So when we see, if you, that is less than 1, so if 1 minus, so we are adding 1 minus HPI and HPR, so that is what decreasing. So when simple, when you get 80%, so 80% means that you have losses of how much? 20, right? So this is simple, that when you are going to calculate HPI and HPR here, if you see in the example that we had here, suppose we, so here we calculate that my HPR and my HPR was became how much? 80%. So to calculate my HPY, so that is what 80%, which is writing 0. Which we had 0. What? 8, right? So this is what my HPR is. Now to calculate HPY, we had formula that what? HPR minus HPY. HPR minus HPY. So my no, sorry, not minus HPR. Pardon me. It is minus 1. Right? So if you see, so HPRY is equal to HPR. HPR is how much? 0.80 minus 1. So it will become 0.20, which become how much? 20%. So my HPR, HPY for the investment is minus 20. So it means I have a losses here. So I am not into profit, I have a losses. So this is how to calculate HPY and HPR for that purpose that we have. Suppose if HPY, this is simple, we got for the suppose some period of time, right? So if I have an investment for different years, suppose I have an investment for the next 5 years, so how to calculate that HPR and HPY for that purpose, right? So this is what we are going to calculate it here, that for different periods you have how to calculate. So it is simple formula that for HPR is HPR minus power 1 by n. So we got calculated HPR. Suppose here see, the investment is 250, worth 300 beginning of the year for the 2 years. So investment 250 and the word that I am received 350. So how to calculate HPR? So when we said calculate HPR, here if I am using it here, so to calculate HPR, right? So it is equal to 350 ending value, which is 350 that I am receiving, divided by an investment value or beginning value 250. So how much it will be equal to? If you divide that by what we can say 350 by 250, you will get 1.40. So my HPR will become 1.40. So this is based on for the 1 year, right? So I have for 2 years. See, 2 years investment, not 1 year. So to calculate, I will calculate it here. HPR for the year, HPR, right? Suppose this is P, so my HPR will become what? HPR power 1 by n. So HPR is 1.40, right? So 1.40 power. So 1 divided by how much years I have investment? 2. So if you are going to see the result of 1.4 power that we have, right? So we have power, start bracket 1 divided by 2, so it will become 1.18. So it will become 1.18. So this is the point, right? So this is what my annual HPR. So to calculate annual HPY, so we have annual HPR minus 1. So my HPY is equal to HPR. My HPR annual is how much? 1.18 minus 1. So it will become how much? It will become 0.18, which will become 18%. So this is what my annual HPY that I have. Suppose the second example is giving that if I invest 750 in worth of 1000 receive for 2 years, how to calculate HPY and HPR? The simple way. 1000 divided by 750, whatever will come. Now, whatever the rate of HPR came, power 1 by 2. So then you will get the HPR for that different period that we have it here. So this is how to calculate HPR and HPY for these different periods. So this is actually what is the purpose of doing this? This is the analysis of your return that you will receive in the future, right? So this is how we are calculating HPR and HPY. Suppose if you have for 6 months, so how you will calculate this HPR? As before we discussed that for the 6 month, again you have to do in the same way, that HPR is equal to ending value minus HPR, right, for annual. That is what? Power 1 by n. So here if you see n is 6 months, so if you multiply 6 by 12, it will become how much? 0.5, right? So it will become 0.5. So here my n will be 0.5. So you will get the calculate based on the year. So this is how to calculate even for the 6 months, that you need to do practice with yourself, that you will do the implementation of this HPR and HPY. The second thing is, that is what investment portions. We have two types of investment. One is single investment, second one is portfolio investment. Single investment is the simple way that we calculate HPR and HPY. So if you have for the different years, so how to measure that HPR and HPY? See, this example is very clearly written. Suppose I am investing 100 rupees for the first year. So ending value will give you automatically 150, right? So here 100 rupees I have invested, and 150 I have received, 115 I have received after a certain period. So how to calculate HPY? So this which we said HPR, right, HPR divided equal to ending value, right, end value divided by beginning value. B means beginning value. So this is the formula for the HPR. So 115 by 100, 1.15, right? So to calculate HPY, so 1 HPR minus 1, so 1.15 minus 1, if you minus 1, it will be equal to this, right? The second year 115 you have, again you ending value you receive 138. So to calculate HPR, so 138 divided by 115 in this way, right? So you are dividing this by this, right? So you have, so you get 1.20. So HPI is that 1 minus 1.20 minus 1, so HPR minus 1, so the HPR is 1.20 for the second year, so you will get 0.20. For the third year, we have 138 investment, and then ending value which decrease my amount of value to 110, so it is 0.180 my HPR. So HPY is equal to HPR minus 1, so 0.81 0.80 minus 1 is becomes minus 0.20, which is negative. This is what the HPR and HPY. So one of the important part is the arithmetic mean and geometric means. So these are the two rates which measure the return performance of your company. One of them is arithmetic means. Arithmetic means that you will analyze with this formula, that sum of HPI divided by n. So this is what the formula that we have. So what is my HPI? So sum, you need to 0.15 plus 0.20 plus minus plus bracket start minus 0.20 divided by 3. So we say the formula divided by n. N is 3 because we have 3 investment. So when you add, this will become 0.15. So minus 20 minus 0.20 with plus 0.20 cancel, 0.15 left. So 3, so 0.05 is equal to 5%. So my arithmetic means for this investment, that is what how to calculate the single investment percentage, that is 5%. But for the geometric means, that we have formula that HPR, that we are removing is pi, HPR divided by 1 by n minus 1. So see, like here that we have, that is HPR power 1 by n minus 1. So here if you see, how much is my HPR? 1.15 multiply. So we have multiplication number, right? So in HPR we have summation. Here the pi is there, pi symbol means multiplications we have. So here 1.15 multiply by 1.20 multiply by 0.80 power, how many times there? 1 by 3 years we have investment, minus 1 to calculate it geometrically. So it will be, the total of this will become 1.104 power 1 by 3 minus 1, it will become 1.03353 minus 1. So your return or geometric mean is 3.353%. So this is how to calculate for the single investment analysis if you have. But for the multiple investment analysis, if I have, how to calculate? So this is number of shares. Suppose you have investment of A project, second B, third one is C. So how to, this is under number of shares, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 5 lakh. So the cost of these shares in the market is 10 for the A product. A investment, suppose A is equity, second one is bond, third one is debenture, third one is 30. So this is the cost. So shares multiply by the price. So you will get beginning market value. So my beginning market value is how much? 10 lakh. It will become 14 lakh. It will become 1 lakh, 150 lakh. This is what we have. Ending price value, like you, if you are investing 10 rupees, you will get 12 rupees. If you are investing 20 rupees, you will get 21. If you are investing 30, you will get 33. So multiply this. 1 lakh multiply by 12. This 2 lakh multiply by 21. And then 5 lakh multiply by 33. So you will get this amount. That is what ending value of the market. Right? So this is what we have. If you see HPR, HPR is simple. Ending value divided by beginning value. So ending value is 12 lakh, beginning value is 1 lakh, so it will become 1.20. Ending value is 42 lakh divided by 40 lakh, it will become 1.05. Ending value is 165 lakh divided by 150 lakh, it will become 1.0. Now if you calculate HPI, so HPR minus 1, so my HPR has become how much? 1.20 minus 1, 20, so it means 20%. So HPR, the second one is 1.05 minus 1, so it is 5%, simple. And HPR for the second one is 1.10 minus 1, so it will become 10%, right? So I have 10% return, which is HPI for each investment project. So we are coming to calculate, we have calculated this, we don't have any issues, but how to calculate the HPY and HPR of these things that we have, right? So to calculate this, so we have market weight here. So market weight, so how to calculate? So 1 lakh divided by 20 lakh. 1 lakh divided by 20 lakh. So you will get how much? 0.05. 40 lakh, sorry, first one is 10 lakh. 10 lakh divided by 20 lakh, 200 lakh. And then 40 lakh divided by 200 lakh, so you will get 20%, right? 0.20. And then 150 lakh divided by 200 lakh, so you will get 0.75. Now to calculate the weight of each PY, so this HPY multiplied by this, so 20, which is 20%, which is 0.20 multiplied by 0.05, so you will get 0.01. This is 5, not 5, it is 5%, 0.05 multiplied by 0.20 because it is in percent, 0.01, and 0.75 multiplied by 0.10, which is not 10%, it is 10%, so you will get 0.05. So if you add this, so 0.075 in the weighted of HPI, so you got overall HPI, that is plus 0.01 plus 0.01, so it is 0.095. So to calculate the HPR, the return of the project, and the holding period return, and then holding period yield, so how to do? Ending value, overall ending value is how much? 19 lakh divided by total of beginning value. So total of beginning value is 200 lakh. 219 lakh divided by 200 lakh. So it will become 1.095. And 1.0 to calculate HPY, 1.095 minus 1 is equal to 0.095. So 9.5%. So it means that if you are investing your money into any organization, so you will receive 99.5% from the whole return of this project that you have. So this is how to calculate HPR and HPY. I hope you learn for the single investment and multiple investment that we have, and a brief summary will see that we are discussed about the investment, that how much we are investing money, what do you mean by investment, what is by investment portfolio, and then we got that HPR, the rate of return for the holding period, and the rate of return for the yield period that we have, which is annual percentage drive, which we got, and then we discuss for the different periods if I have, and then for the single investment, and then we discuss for the portfolio investment. I hope you have learned something. Thank you so much for your attention, and if you have any question, you can ask through YouTube channel or through my WhatsApp number, which I will be sharing in a group.